Hey y'all, welcome in for my first Power Book 2 Ghost Alive. I'm actually going to be doing my my initial reactions first. So I'm going to run through the episode very briefly, giving y'all all of my initial reactions. In the meantime, in between time, drop what you rate this episode in the chat. Tell me what was your favorite moment in the episode. Drop any questions, comments, predictions, any of the stuff in the chat. I'm going to take like 10 minutes and really run through my initial reactions. And this is going to be for Erica Vane TV 2. If you don't know, I have a second channel. And I didn't get a chance to shoot that and upload that just yet. So I'm going to get that out the way now. And then after I run through all of my initial reactions, we're going to jump into the nitty gritty of it all and really break down this episode. I am so excited to finally be going live. I'm also going to be opening up my IG after I get the initial reactions out so y'all can come on camera if you want. So get yourself together and ready, because some of y'all be like, I don't want to come on camera, Erica, because I don't feel like I'm cute yet. Get it together so we can chop it up and talk. Power Book 2 Ghost Season 3 has really stepped it up another notch. It's one of the most exciting things to me on television right now, and I'm really, really excited to talk about it. If y'all missed it, I did a Bel Air Season 2 finale live last night. That was lit. Shout out to Lawrence and Kofi who held it down with me, and we chopped it up and really dived into some really deep topics. Check that out after this live, because the replay is definitely available. And without further ado, y'all, let me just go ahead and give y'all, well, wait, before I even do that. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Liv144. Hey, Noor. Hey, all 13 of y'all that are currently here. This is also going to give some people time to come on in. So without further ado, baby, y'all can hear me clearly? Let me double check, because y'all know, once I get to talking and ranting, I be zoned in, zoned out, and then be missing stuff. So let me just double check real quick, child. Make sure we all good. No technical difficulties and no issues.
My name is Wendy, and I get Botox Cosmetic. My treat.
Okay, yes, y'all can hear me good. Hold on. Perfect. It's coming through clear. That's what we love to hear. Okay. All right, awesome sauce. So y'all are actually going to get to hear my initial reactions, and I literally try to be as unfiltered as possible. Y'all, episode 7 is crazy, and one of the things I'm going to do within my breakdown video is I'm really going to go through and outline every lie and every decision that each of the main characters are making, because the web that they have really woven for how each character interacts in this season of Power Book 2 Ghost is next level. Like, they are taking 10 to 12 to 14 storylines and weaving them together beautifully, but then still doing such a really great job of maintaining the integrity of all characters involved. I want to go ahead and start off with Monet, because Mama, I honestly did not have a ton of respect for Monet. While she is played by Queen Mother Mary and Mary is given, I always felt like Monet was making decisions that just seemed very, very short-sighted, that seemed very, very impulsive, very, very emotional. And while she got whatever she wanted in the short term, she typically will cut off her nose despite her face. This is the first episode that I actually feel like, okay, she has stopped playing checkers and now her ass is playing chess. In one fell swoop, she was able to confront Gordo, get dismissed and disrespected by Gordo, which now I guess your gold gun-toting ass would have wished that you actually listened to her when she asked you to back off of Drew. You could have spared your life. But in one fell swoop, she takes the disrespect from him, comforts her son, because low key, Monet actually does have some mothering bones in her body, y'all. She pulled out every last mothering card that she could possibly find in this episode, reaffirming and validating Diana, letting Kane know that she loved him and respect him and he's her right hand, while also patting up her little love Lauren, love sick, I don't know if this could actually be something Drew. all the while conspiring to kill his lover. Like, sis is definitely playing checkers. But anyway, in one fell swoop, she's able to basically manipulate Kai, Kane, and Drew so that she can take out Kai, blame Kai in exchange for her, in reference to Gordo, get Drew to take out Gordo because she plants the burner phone on Kai once they come in to actually see, like, yeah, she laid him out. Kane handles all the damn bodies involved with ease. And it's almost like this, like that. That's her business. This is like one of the first episodes that I don't really have no notes for Monet. I have no qualms, no notes. I feel like she really was very, very strategic. And maybe that's really to point out, or for her point, she's a lot more strategic when she is cleaning up other people's messes, because she's also pulled into the business in this episode. I am really kind of annoyed, but also very, very anxious for the beef that's going to come back between Tariq and Kane. I swear, every single time I see Monet connect with Tariq even closer, even more, depend on him, value him, I literally be like, oh, this is another tally in the Kane going to have to kill Tariq, or going to try to kill Tariq mark, because Monet, to me, aside from this episode, has gone above and beyond to treat Tariq with more respect and more like her child than her actual children, and specifically Kane, the one who's desperately in need of it. But then again, like I said, in this episode, she starts to pull these mothering cards out of her damn back pocket. When she told Diana that she would be able to figure it out, and that she is smart and she is this and she is just like me, I said, damn, well, you gonna go ahead and lay it on thick, huh? And Diana sopped it up with a biscuit. Monet was in rare form in this episode, which also lends itself for me to think that something is really about to happen to her moving forward. Whenever we get a character that is able to, one, get their plan off without a hitch, with no real hiccups or issues, and is able to display themselves in a much better light, and all of a sudden just start looking really, really good, that is literally the pride before the fall. And this is a formula that the Power universe does very, very well. And I have a video coming where I'm going to talk about who's going to kill Monet, and also if Monet is going to wind up in jail, because I do think that those two things are on the near horizon for her before we exit out of season 3. But Monet definitely was in rare form in this episode. Second to Monet is Tariq. Now, I know so many people have issue with the fact that Tariq, one, does not want to go ahead and take care of Lauren now that he knows, and take care, I mean, cancel Christmas, now that he knows that she's actually alive, and that he still wants to protect her, still wants to help her, and ultimately wants her to help him. But I think that it's more than just how he feels about her. I feel like that's the smarter play. At this point, I did a video talking about how if Lauren was to disappear at this point in time, it would not necessarily bring up too much smoke per se, just because she's already supposed to be dead. And Jenny has definitely been skirting the lines and cutting corners in reference to getting her into Wixet. However, with the Mountainous Rico case against Tariq and Monet, I think that he is being very cognizant, in addition to he still loves Lauren, he's being very cognizant of, if something was to happen, he would definitely be the first person that people would look at. And Lauren actually is leaving a little bit of trail of communication specifically with Tariq. All they have to do is find that burner phone that she's using to contact him, and it's a damn wrap. Now, in this episode, Tariq, is in communication with Lauren, and it winds up convincing her that he had nothing to do with the attempt on her life, and that he actually wants to work with her so that they both can get the lives that they want back. Now, the question is, or their old lives back. Now, the question is, are y'all talking about y'all old lives together? Are y'all about to reconnect with some romance tip? Because Lauren was definitely heavy on your girlfriend Effie, like she felt the way about that. And I definitely think, out of spite, Tariq could also want to pursue that. I mean, he did just smash Diana last episode. But anyway, in this episode, we get to see Tariq conspiring with her, and he's able to convince her that he had nothing to do with it by recording Effie. Yo, I just gotta say this because to me, it's pretty wild how certain characters, well, Tariq, when it comes to Lauren, he definitely gave her a pass. But characters in this universe, specifically the ones that are in the game, are so up in arms and so pissed and don't play that I'm a snitch game. And like, yeah, this is not actually going to work for me until they actually need to snitch themselves. The fact that he recorded Effie, I'm like, yo, you're basically wearing a wire as well. Now, you ain't giving it to 12, but you're recording her as well. And then when I thought about it, I'm like, Effie, you mad that she wore a wire. You mad that she snitching and she informing. Meanwhile, you informed on Tariq at Cho. It's not that you don't like snitches. You don't like snitches that compromise what you have going on, to interrupt what you have going on. And you're perfectly fine being a snitch yourself. I definitely think that we are getting set up for Effie to be put in a position to like snitch to save herself. And honestly, from what we have seen thus far, I think that she will. Now, I don't know how that's going to go over with Kane, but that's a conversation for the preview video and for my live, not necessarily my initial reactions. Now, so for me, the two standouts from this episode were definitely Monet and Tariq and how they were making various plays. In addition to him conspiring with Lauren early on in this episode to get her on his side and to get her to believe that he had nothing to do with her unalivement attempt. He also conspires for a split second with Councilman Tate to help deal with the Russians. Because at the top of this episode, child, the Russians ain't playing no games. They don't like that they took that L at the damn funeral, and they are retaliating hard. They are dropping bodies left and right. And listen here, Drew, it's your fault that we in this damn mess to begin with, because you were just so damn sure that the Russians were responsible for killing Poppy. Meanwhile, you was sleeping with the damn enemy the whole time. If we thought that Drew if we thought that Drew spiraled when it came to Everett and Everett breaking his little achy breaky heart, when I tell you he is about to spiral now, because not only was he really starting to fall for Gordo, but he trusted him. He thought that he had found safety in a home because Gordo did the exact same thing that he did. And the biggest issue that came up when it came to his relationship with Everett was Everett resenting him for the lifestyle that he lived and for, all of the danger that was around him. Drew finally felt like he found somebody who got him, had great sex, and it was going to be cool. And that man turned out to kill his father. When I tell you that's a mom, if I've ever seen one, we are about to watch Drew go completely off the rails. And he really did not hesitate once he started to put two and two together and found that damn phone to just go ahead and take care of Gordo, because he wasn't playing no damn games. Now, I'm going to give honorable mention to Kane, but y'all know, if you have been paying attention thus far, that I actually really, 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 really adore Kane. And I know at some point I'm going to have to pick a side, but that day ain't damn today. I love Tariq and I love Kane, and I really, really enjoy what we're seeing play out in reference to Kane's subtle evolution. Kane is a character who is starting to be a lot more quiet, a lot more strategic. He is falling in line. Watching him in this episode tell Monet, like, she's the leader, what do you want us to do? I was like, excuse me, sir? Excuse me? Not you can actually figure out how to be a part of a team and play this team sport and go ahead and let your mother do what the hell she got to do. And again, this could all be a setup, but I like how he's moving. I am growing very anxious with every interaction that he has with Effie, because I know that he got it bad for her ass. In this episode, he pays for her damn tuition. And I was just like, girl, Effie, I understand, honey. I understand that you don't want to take nobody's handout. You don't want to be nobody's charity. But at the end of the day, when a man is looking at you how he looking at you and he got the money, take the money. I don't even like Effie, but Effie, take the damn money. It was beyond me, because for a split second, while I knew in my heart of hearts that Kane paid for her tuition, part of me was like, well, maybe Tariq did it because he did want to look out for her, but then also F her. But it took me to a place of like, why wasn't that the norm anyway? Like, I get that Effie is out here trying to get it and hustle or whatever, but Tariq is out here renting Lambos so that he can drop her off in the middle of nowhere so that she can walk her ass back to campus, but you can't help this girl pay tuition? I suppose. Effie, I don't want to hear nothing about you got to do this and you got to do that to be able to make it, because at this point, you really have Kane wrapped around your little ass finger, and all you have to do is tell him F you, and he gets all turned on, hot and bothered, and comes up with another $20,000 to pay your tuition. So at this point, stop whining, stop coming for Tariq, do your little robotic studies, don't snitch, and don't get on my damn nerves. But anyway, back to Kane. I am really liking Kane as a character. I'm liking what he's doing. I like that he actually did that for Effie. It speaks to him having a little bit of a heart. One of the things that I think that is attracting Kane to Effie so much is her resistance to like give into him, and how strong she is specifically within the business. We haven't seen Kane with a ton of girls, but every time we have seen him with a girl, like back in season 1 when he betrayed his family and was laid up with that hoe, it was all little raggedy girls that didn't really have much, that probably just wanted some money. And to watch how he responded when Effie told him, no, I'm not taking your charity, it seemed like it was a real turn on for him to have a girl be like, yeah, I don't want you to just hand me money. The same way that she's ready to go hard and stand up next to them and not actually lean on them. So like I said, Kane got it bad. He's going to continue to have it worse. I'm really nervous for next episode, because once he figures out that they're about to set Effie up, all hell's going to break loose, and he probably going to go scorch earth. What else happened in this episode that I want to give initial reactions to? Okay, Weston Holdings. Y'all, I actually have to look up what the hell a Ponzi scheme is, because I don't really know anything about these white people problems. I don't know anything about these white people crimes. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, I know Bernie Madoff, right? Didn't Bernie Madoff do some type of Ponzi scheme and all that jazz? I'm gonna have to look it up to figure it out, and then I can give y'all more information on the breakdown video when I actually take some time to do that. But I was just like, Lucas, you had one job, bro. You had one job, and you and Lil Kiki are shady as the day is long, and now I gotta throw both of y'all goofy asses away. There was a reason why you were so excited for Brayden to be there, but not only for Brayden to be there, but for him to bring Tariq. It was a setup from the jump, and Brayden, your ass should have seen it coming. You spend every Thanksgiving and Christmas and holiday with this damn uncle of yours. Your brother don't with him. You didn't take the time to figure out why, to keep your head to the street of why. I did a video, I don't know if y'all have seen it already, it's on the channel, where I said, can Brayden trust Kiki? Kiki, you're a damn good actress, honey, because you was given very much so civilian. Meanwhile, you're really just like top tier white collar crimes. And if you gotta catch a bullet, you cute and all, but you're gonna have to catch a cute ass bullet. Because the way that y'all set Brayden up is wild to me. And honestly, y'all, I was getting to a point in the episode where I was like, all right, enough. Like, I cannot compute. We have so much going on in reference to the drug business, and Tariq kicks Effie out and barely let Brayden back in, and is trying to deal with Kane, and is managing Lauren, and Monet's coming back in, and she's dealing with this. The Russian is trying to kill everybody. Noma is still looming. And then y'all want to add on some type of conspiracy that's happening at the Weston's Holdings. Like, we can't keep track of all this shit that's happening. It's too much. It's too much. Y'all, I'm big stressed. Uncle Lucas is raggedy. And honestly, the only thing that I'm really looking forward to, now that we have this information about how Weston Holdings really ain't what it looks like it's supposed to be, and it's a big ass Ponzi scheme stealing money. The only reason why I'm actually excited for this particular little caveat within the story is because RSJ is played by the same man who played Chris on The Wire. And I was wondering if they were going to make him a completely straight up guy with no gangster to him, only the Billionaire Boys Club, very cute, calm, collected, or if they were going to lean into Banga's gangster gritty side and like have him be able to switch it up. And all it takes is for him to now have signed on with Weston Holdings, Lucas to be stealing multiples of millions of dollars to pull Chris' ass out the back pocket, and I'm here for it. Like, I am so here for it. I have been wondering secretly, like, is RSJ going to have some switch up to him? Is he going to be able to move with the streets and get gangster and get gully and might have to deal with a few folks? And now I got my answer, and we ain't even see that man for real in this episode. That's honestly what I believe. What else happened? If you're just popping in, I'm giving my initial thoughts on the episode before I go into my full-on live. If you're listening to my initial thoughts on Erica Vane TV2 right now, I will link the live for you to catch in full in the description box down below. Sex. I know a lot of people are saying that they think that Sex is about to die now that Lauren has outed him to Tariq in reference to like he knew this entire time and he's about to out himself next episode. But I actually think that Sex is going to survive for quite a while, as he has been doing throughout the Power universe. What happens moving forward, I'm not fully clear on, and I have to like process that, and I'm definitely going to talk about that with y'all on this live. But watching him stand up to Jenny and like tell him that he will air this hope out if she even thinks to breathe a lot in his direction, I think was a very pivotal moment. And while it went off like a dramatic beat of him just checking her, I think it was a real big shift in reference to what's happening on the law enforcement side. Jenny does not have as much control over this as she thinks. And yes, I know that y'all stormed into the Tejada house during their dinner and arrested Diana's goofy ass, who was caught on candid camera. But with Jenny having no idea about Lauren being in contact with Tariq, with her trying to force Lauren and Sex to continue to testify literally by force and like now playing bad cop, I think that she is slowly but surely losing control of this entire case. And I think that before Sex dies, Jenny will probably die. Blanca's ass is probably going to be around for quite a while because y'all know we still have to deal with her when it comes to Power Book 4 Force. But what I think that Jenny is going to be the one that actually comes up missing. Is there anything else that I want to say for initial reactions before I jump in and read y'all's comment and chat with y'all? Another fire episode. Episode 7 did not disappoint. I'm completely engaged and completely excited about what they're giving with Power Book 2 Ghosts. Yeah. All right, who we got up in here? Hey, KK. Hey, Support Gaming 2023. Hey, Mimi Loves Peace. Hey, Kofi. Welcome in. I switched it. I was like, oh, I hope Kofi can get on because you said you was going to be busy tomorrow. So I'm like, oh, if I do it today, maybe he can pop on. Hey, Kimberly Felder. How are you, boo? Hey, Nia Love. Hey, Lil V114. Y'all, tell me what y'all ranking this episode. Cheryl D says this is the first episode I feel like she was motherly. Exactly. Like, we don't get motherly Monet, and it really took me by surprise. I was like, is she okay? Is she sick? Nora Angel says, I don't even trust Monet's mothering. She's such a manipulator. She's a huge manipulator. KK says, with Monet, you never know if she's genuine or not. Yes, Effie will definitely save herself if it comes down to it, for sure. Queen B says, now Monet wants to be motherly, shaking my head. Exactly. Mimi Loves Peace says, Kane was smooth this episode. Listen here. Listen up here. Because Woody McClain, that man, no, he fine. Kane is giving, and I know that he is the anti-hero. I know that he has smoke. I know that he is irrational. I know that he is hot-headed and violent and disrespectful most of the time, but most of the time the shit is funny, and it's always damn sexy. I don't even know how Effie is not weak in the knees yet. Like, girl. Kofi says, feels like Effie gonna use Kane, and it's unfortunate because he's feeling her. I don't think that she actually wants to use him, though. I feel like she's really resisting it. Like, her pride is keeping her from really leaning in. I think that she probably would have been able to fall for Kane if Tariq ain't playing her face the way that he did. But, like, with her falling for Tariq and, like, allowing herself to really open up and be vulnerable and like trust that she could lean in and fall and he was gonna catch her, and then now he like got all the smoke for her. Now that another man is here and he wants to do that, I think that it's going to be even harder for her to try to cultivate that trust and fully believe that. And honestly, I feel like I can't blame her. Like, I get it. Mimi Loves Peace as pyramid scheme, child. Like the blessing circle. I don't know what the blessing circle is, but I know what pyramid schemes are. Brayden's first kill will be his uncle. You think? I mean, well, it's taking him forever. He doing double dutch and don't ever jump in. He can't ever go ahead and consummate the kill. So if it is his uncle, then it'll be making up for lost damn time. I ain't mad at it. Kobe says Ponzi schemes are a type of investment fraud in which investors are promised artificially high rates of return with little or no risk. In other words, Braden got to pick between his two families. I get that. I get that he got to pick between his two families. I think I'm trying to understand exactly like how he is stealing the money so I can speak specifically to that. So I know exactly like I can think of exactly how RSJ gonna come and what he finna say because it's finna get real. And then also Uncle Lucas want to play goofy ass games and win goofy ass prizes because Kane just handed over the life insurance policy with a little extra added on, and the Tejadas ain't playing that. This is all of their legal money. This is Monet's out. Between Monet, Kane, and RSJ, Lucas, what color casket do you want? Let us know. Kimberly says that his uncle say Tariq's trust was gone along with Kane's money. Yes, Tariq as well. Even though Tariq don't be seeming like he care. Like I wanted to make a video about this, but then time just flew past and I didn't get a chance to. The way that he gave away the Queen's Child's building pissed me off because he know exactly how much that meant to Ghost, and he knew all the hell that Ghost went through for it, and the way that he signed it over so quick just so he can keep this dumbass internship and make RSJ happy, I was like, sir. So I don't know, like I get that Tariq has the idea of like, oh yeah, I need to do certain things so I can get access to my trust, but like when he signed over that building, I was like, now I don't even believe that you really want this money, or you believe that you actually gonna get to a point where you're gonna see this money. You're acting like it don't even matter, and it does. They're gonna go scorch earth on Uncle Lucas, and he gonna deserve it. And this is what happened. Uncle Lucas's white privilege is parading, and it's gonna get him dealt with. Okay? And I'm sorry, Kiki, but I'm also not sorry because you done got your ass in bed with a privileged white man who's stealing from everybody, and you want to be cute with it and act like you can flex and you this and you that. You gonna end up dead as well. What color casket do you want, mama? RSJ is coming and I can't wait to see it. Me either, Nia Love. I cannot wait to see it as well. It was good. Monet was nurturing and conniving. She was. Effie was smirking when he paid her tuition. She was smirking when he paid her tuition, but she also I didn't take it like a oh, I knew you was going to do this, or I wanted you to do this. So that's why I'm saying I don't think that she's actually going to take advantage of him like that, or like is going to try to use him. But Kane is just going to have to continue to like force. Hey, Robin, welcome in, boo. Kane is my toxic king this season, and I'm not sorry. That's okay. I take that. He's mine too. Baby, Kane will have me running through New York hitting all type of licks. Yes. Period. I said what I said. Kimberly says, I love Kane. He got it bad for Effie, though. He got it so bad for Effie. But also, like, at first I thought that Kane and Effie had, like, met before, because I didn't like how they were interacting in the last season, and it felt like, wait, it's something here, but y'all, like, hiding it and being all weird about it. And now I'm like, okay, I don't know if they actually had anything before or knew each other before. Part of me wonders if Kane is really, really into Effie because he really likes Effie, or because he wants to be Tariq. What y'all think? Mercedes Mitchell says, I low-key like Effie and Kane together. Hey, Shari Boo, welcome in. You like Kane and Effie together? I don't know if I like Kane. I don't like Effie and Kane together, but that's also because I don't like Effie. What I do like is the side of Kane that Effie brings out. So if I could get another little homegirl to like do that, and if Kiki wasn't such a raggedy hoe, I would put her up there and like, if I could continue to see like the softer side of Kane, when he came last episode and he knocked on that damn door and y'all, Kane. I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm about to out myself. I be watching Kane like, this is how women's lives be ruined. Cause little niggas like you come in looking how you looking, talking how you talking, and doing what you doing. Nia Love says Kane is in love. I think he is only soft when it comes to her. He's only soft when it comes to her. And it's beautiful to see. But Effie is not the one to fall for. She just is not. She only cares about herself. And it's weird because I kind of was like really believing her. Like as she was falling more and more for Tariq and trusting him and being vulnerable, I'm like, okay, she is capable of this. But the moment that the went left and Tariq pulled her car and she was trying to crash the whole coffee business, I was like, oh no, that selfish hoe is still in there. Cheryl D says, this season, I'm loving Kane. I don't like Effie. Me either. Sharpie says, when did Weston Holdings get Tariq's trust fund? I don't know, because they didn't make a big point of that, but they mentioned it in this last episode. KK said they got Tariq's trust with the QCP deal with RSJ. I thought it was just a building. I thought he was signing over the building, and that means that RSJ would sign on to Weston Holdings. We need to do a rewatch, y'all. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm gonna be rewatching Bel Air, and I want to rewatch PowerBook 2 Go. So if y'all want to join me, make sure you join the Discord so that you'll get updated when I am planning to do these live rewatches where you'll get to watch the episodes with me. Hey, Big Cav, welcome in. How are you? I miss Salim, aka Trevor. I didn't mention him in the initial thoughts video, but I don't like him. I didn't like him from the beginning. I was trying not to be super extra hard on him and his bony ass arms. But you a hotep. You a hotep that's perpetrating a fraud and pedestalizing yourself as the leader and the ideal when it comes to blackness, and thinking like men like this, not even just hotep men, but like men that pedestalize themselves and like actively turn their personality traits in, or create a whole personality around, I'm gonna find the weakest hoe I can find and I'm gonna save her and that's gonna make me something. Those men chat my ass to no extent. Like, I'm just like, you are literally the bottom of the barrel, sir. Be for real. The way that he like talked and moved, like, I thought at first it was like, oh, are you just a little corny? You giving a little weak and you just can't read the room. No, this was all strategic. This was all a perfectly crafted personality that he cultivated, including a fake ass name, to mask the fact that he was raised by two white people in an upper middle class, if not rich, Silver Spring. He grew up in Pretty Girl County, raised by the white folks, and then he want to bring his ass over to Stansfield talking about black power, this, that, and the third, separating yourself from your family. Like, sir, be for real. And he giving this backwards ass, half-wits ass apology within this poem, but basically still saying like, well, you need to let me help you, or you need to be grateful that I'm even trying to help you. Salim, go to hell. Expeditiously. Brother Salim, aka Trevor, gotta go ASAP. ASAP. And at first I wasn't like, oh, he gotta die. But like, I wouldn't be mad if he caught a bullet. I wouldn't be mad if he was Diana's first kill. Even though Diana's in jail. Free Diana. I don't like Diana either, y'all, but I don't want her ass in jail. I did appreciate how she was able to handle him, and she was the one who found out all this information and pulled all his cards and played it out like that. I thought it was really, really dope how they did this little payoff in reference to Monet calling and Diana answering, and then kind of alluding to what's going on. And then when Monet says, you're just like me, and Diana's like, yeah, you taught me everything. And then she's able to like go basically flip a switch, and now she's in the zone, and like she pull his cards, this and this, and this is what I'm doing moving forward, and you ain't gonna be able to say or do boo about it, ho. And I'm like, all right, Diana, I might be able to rock with you, but I'm gonna give it a little bit more time, because you be doing a little bit too much whining, a little bit too much crying, and not enough work for me. But this is the first step. I'll take it. He created a whole identity, name, and everything is given fed. So many of y'all was saying he was giving fed from the jump, but I don't know if he's a fed. I think that he is literally just a little lost black boy who is a little too active on social media, found an archetype for black man and thought that he was going to play the role beautifully. And once he had mastered the role, he brought his ass to college and thought that he was going to come up on some clout, a bomb ass black girlfriend, and make himself feel better by saving her. You thought. Shari says, I think he started out only wanting her because she was with Tariq, but Kane really likes Effie. You can tell. Okay, I feel you on that, Shari. I feel you on that. Because Kane has this I want to be Tariq energy. And that to me is the number one reason why Tariq and Kane will never actually really be friends. And I say this all the time. I say this in real life. You cannot be friends with someone who actually wants to be you. It does not work that way. It will never be able to work. So I think that is what initially piqued his interest. I think that Tariq commanding respect from Monet, navigating the way that he did, coming in and like being low-key accepted, made him feel a way. And I think naturally men get competitive with one another, and one of the first things that men like to compete with is women. So I could totally see his interest being initially piqued in Effie and like, oh, maybe I could take his bitch. And then once he started to get to know Effie, it's like, well, wait a minute, she actually solid. I don't want to just take her and smash her. Like, she could potentially be wife. Can y'all imagine Kane married? Kane said his name sounded fake. Kane said it from the jump. And that, y'all, that is still one of the lines that I cackle to this day. He said, sounds fake, my brother. He said, who's the holy hotep? Sir, like, Kane is undefeated in his disrespect. Mimi Loves Peace says he could still be at Stansfield and still walk in his privilege. Tariq doesn't hide his. That part. And this is the problem with people who don't know themselves and are also not going to do the work to get to know and accept themselves. They are menaces to society. And this is why. Tariq is only able to lean into his privilege and be who he is because he has accepted himself. He has gotten to know himself. He has looked at the things that he has done. He has regrets. He has things that he's proud of, and he owns all of it, and he moves accordingly. But all you little... y'all ain't even in your midlife, and you have a midlife crisis as I don't know myself, as I want to be something I'm not, as Negroes are moving real flaky and shifty simply because you can't stand up to who you actually want to be and understand who you actually are and figure out what is that bridge in between. You better get therapists. Cheryl D says the poem was so weak. Was the poem weak, or was the man who was saying the poem was weak? Shout out to my homie Mo.J. He's actually live right now. He goes live every Friday to talk about PowerBook 2 Ghosts. This is one of the reasons why I wasn't really going live, because I was over there as an audience member kikiing with him. He does a really great job. But I was over there before I got in here, and he asked the same question, like, how do people feel about the poem? I don't feel like the poem was bad per se. I just feel like Salim is a weak, and that is what made the whole thing weak. On top of him, like, victim blaming a little bit in it. Kimberly says the fact that he thought Diana would fall for that poem is hilarious. Is the poem... I don't know. Maybe it was the poem. Maybe the poem is whack. Maybe y'all right. But for me, it was the whole presentation. He looked weak. He was not giving Darius Lovejoy. Like, he was not giving confident. He was not giving poise. It sounded like he was low-key begging, but then blaming. He was giving all types of incel vibes, like a little sprinkle of incel on top of the hotep. Like, it just wasn't... None of it was appetizing at all. Do you think that Salim snitched on Diana? I don't know if he had a chance to. I think Diana got arrested simply because of the photos. And honestly, what her up was that Effie went up to the roof the very next day. And that created a bridge that they needed to be able to tie Diana into the whole thing as well. And the only reason why they haven't snatched up Effie yet is because they were still trying to work on building the case with Lauren. And now that they're moving forward with the case, they're going to get her ass on the record and announce that she's still alive. Then they're going to try to swoop back and get Effie. But I don't think he's had time to snitch on Diana. And also, I don't think that he had actual proof. He only knows what he thinks. Big Kev says, shaking my head, hated to see my boy Young Mike from the Wood get taken out. Wait, he was the first dude I thought I recognized his face. I was like, where have I seen him from? Interesting. Honestly, y'all, going back to Celine, I don't feel like Celine and Diana were ever given to begin with. Diana, and I think that this is also part of the reason, or part of what has helped me not like Diana, is that she's so desperate for like people to like her and love her and to show her some type of attention. Like, it took nothing for her to get with Celine very early on. And by golly, Miss Molly, like, if you just want to get you off, if you just, see somebody like and you want to do whatever, but it didn't feel like she actually liked him from the beginning. Diana gave me like, I'm going to like whoever likes me just because I want to be liked. And it's like, I can't respect that. And y'all giving two little chocolate people, but he's scrawny AF, you cute AF. And it's just not working. On top of that, he can't seem to stop being obsessed with your damn family and Google. This was never going to work, girl. Honestly, if anything, like, it's when you really think about it, Diana had that slick stuff to say about Everett, but then she turned around and went and got her Everett. Because that's all Celine is. A literature version of Everett. Everett is the athletic version. Celine is the damn... is the damn academic literature version. And both of them are whack. Now, somebody mentioned that they like Effie and Kane together. How do y'all feel about Tariq and Diana? Let me know in the chat, pretty please. Not cool having a dream, y'all. How we feeling about Diana and Tariq? Have I taken? Oh, I haven't taken it off. Let me take it off real quick. Drop it in the chat for me, please. I'm really thrown off because I feel like Tariq looks good with all of them. Whenever I see them paired up, I'm just like, well, it's a vibe. Tariq and Diana, it's a vibe. I think that she's a little too inexperienced for him, too naive and too thirsty for him. Which is what the benefit of Effie is. She can stand 10 toes down and stand next to him and hold her own. And then Lauren is the little civilian in the middle. She's a little bit sure of herself, but she still needs a little bit of validation. And he literally, in my opinion, looks good with each of them. Kofi says, Holy Hotep, like Clarence from 8 Mile. Trevor could have been himself, but here we are. He could have been himself. He needed a friend like you, Kofi, to be like, brother, just go up there and be yourself. Love yourself. Nia Love says Diana is just acting like shelter kids act. First taste of freedom, they make stupid choices. Ooh. Hopefully with her poppy gone, she will begin to mature more. Okay. I feel like Diana will be a good match for him once she matures a bit. Ooh. Tariq and Diana would not work as long as Kane is alive. You think that Kane would like really stop it? Because like I feel like he was teasing her like, I can't believe you let that get hit. But after that, we haven't heard much of nothing. Like he never really ran down on Tariq about it. He ain't tell Tariq to never do it again. So y'all think that Kane would stop it if they went and got serious? Now that Kane has fallen for Effie, I feel like it's even more reason for him to be like, I'm gonna let Diana rock, because if he's with Diana, then he won't be worried about Effie. I don't know. Let me open up my IG so that y'all can come on and share if you want. Why is this not? Not this wasn't even charging before. Big Kev says Effie is actually correct about Tariq. The same weakness is what got Ghost caught up when he didn't take out Sex and others. Tommy was trying to do like Effie and clean up the dead ends. I know that you right in my heart of hearts, Big Kev. But something also feels like Tariq is right. Like, he wasn't exposed. Kane was. Braden was. The case that they were building was going to lead back to them. And Braden got his ass on the stand and admitted to it all any damn way. So, like, in all honesty, Effie trying to counteract his weakness really did just make shit worse. One second, y'all. Let me pick this up real quick. Ah. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Do you think that Diana will kill Monet? Do y'all think that Diana will kill Monet? The fact that she hasn't gotten a kill yet, I don't know if I think she's capable of her first kill being her mama. And I ain't gonna hold y'all. I low-key want us to have Mary around for a lot longer. So, I don't know. I'm nervous. I'm nervous about her dying this early. Let me know. Let me know what y'all thinking about Tariq and Diana. I am opening up my IG right now, y'all. So if you want to come and say what you're thinking about the episode or how you feeling, come on over to IG and request your good sis, and I will patch you in. You got so many things to say? Drop that request, boo. I'm all ears. This is what we here for. Big Kev asks, who will have their kill first, Diana or Braden? I feel like Braden, because I don't know how long they're going to have Diana in the jail. Mercedes says Drew gonna be living when he find out Monet put the hit out on Poppy, and he's definitely going to find out. Monet has done nothing but buy herself a little bit of time. That's it. Big Kev says with their luck they'll shoot the same person and argue over who gets the credit for it. That is hilarious. Kobe says I like Diana and Tariq, but I feel his heart is with Lauren. If Effie had told the truth, maybe things would have played out differently. Tariq St. Patrick, what you gonna do? I definitely think things would have played out differently if Effie would have taken every opportunity that he gave her to tell the truth. He literally did not jump to conclusions and was like, okay, is there anything you want to tell me? Anything you want to tell me? I killed my daddy. Is there anything you want to tell me? And here she go telling him about some SA that he's like, all right, girl, I get it. That's bad, but that ain't what I'm talking about. Is there anything you want to tell me? And she still says nothing. Like, I definitely think that it would have played out differently if she would have been able to just be honest with him. He gave her a chance. You just woke up. I can't even talk right now. Okay, boo. Well, The IG is open if you want to jump in and speak your piece on this episode or any episode leading up to this episode from season 3 of Power Book 2 Ghosts. Over on IG at ericavane.com, all spelled out, and just press the request button and I'll get you on. Nia Love says, till Lauren is completely out of the picture, Tariq ain't gonna be a good partner for nobody. That's where his heart is. And honestly, it's wild to me that he has gotten there so fast. But then when you really think about it, I guess not, because I think that Lauren represents a legitimate life, which is something that mirrors the whole Angela and Ghost thing. But I really cringe at the thought of like Lauren is his Angela, because Angela, in my opinion, was a complete and utter menace, and I don't actually think that the two women are a lot alike, other than like Lauren is literally a civilian, and I think that, and I don't count law enforcement as civilians, I just don't, like they're part of this damn game, they just happen to be on the other side. I think that Lauren is at a really interesting place where she's now in getting more information and being in the circumstance that she's in. She's going to get to choose to be good or bad. And everything that she did leading up to this was like she was just doing what a civilian mind would do. And I really do feel like we're about to see Lauren break bad. And I'm kind of here for it. If I'm honest. I'm kind of here for it. Kimberly says, I don't see any connection between Tariq and Diana besides their criminal background. I also think his heart is with Lauren. Okay. Aesthetically, they all fine. So I feel like they all look really good together. I think that Tariq doesn't like Diana nearly as much as Diana likes Tariq. But I think that that's the case because he realizes that they're just not equally yoked. I think that he truly understands that she is basically like a baby. It's so funny because I was just having a conversation with my homegirl. And I was talking to her about this dude that I think is very much so interested in me, but he's so young and it just will never work because he's so young, and not just young in age, but also like kind of like young-minded and like he's trying to figure himself out or whatever. So it's so funny that that's playing out. Ooh, sorry, hold on, y'all. On the show right now as well. Okay. Is that gonna fall over and be weird? Hold on, y'all. This thing is trying to play with me. Oh, where's me pushing it? Okay, here we go. I just thought that was interesting. And it's real life. When you're not on the same level with somebody, that's something that's gonna instantly set you up for failure pretty much. Naya says Tariq doesn't know that Lauren told Jenny about seeing him with Monet and telling her about the roof. He doesn't know that. But I think a lot of stuff he can assume. Like, I think... Hold on, y'all. This camera is in a very weird place, so I'm trying to... Okay. Is that better? There we go. These angles are wild. I think that he can assume a lot. Once she told him that she's with the feds, like I think that he could put two and two together, and he knows of all of the like he knows that she introduced him to the roof. He knows certain things, and Tariq puts things together really, really quickly. So I don't think there's going to be a problem that she didn't tell him every single thing that she mentioned to Jenny. I think the only thing that really matters to Tariq is what she's going to say moving forward and how she's going to actually help. You're already on Instagram for the live chat. Just request me, that girl Zazie. Just request to join my live. Chicago made. Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed the power content. Angela nephew. I've really kind of been ignoring him. I feel like he's a little bomb waiting to explode, but they haven't given us enough information yet. This episode, he was undercover stealing trash. The last episode, he was one of the handlers for the informant that was in the white supremacist group. He is literally just like being sprinkled in, and then he's going to be a big part. but we just haven't got a ton of information yet. Nia Love says Lauren Breaking Bad would be super interesting. It would be super interesting, like telling the story of how a regular civilian decides to like now she gets it, especially because we saw the storyline last season where, or season one, where Tasha was on trial for murder or whatever, and Lauren had such strong opinions about right is right and wrong is wrong and this, that, and the third. And she was talking out the side of her damn face, and that created her tension for her and Tariq. Like to see her go from like straight arrow civilian to like being on, and part of that, like Jenny has to blame. Like how Jenny has managed her in Witsec has been wild. And it's going to help her lean towards the dark side because she's going to see that it's not as clear of a line. There's a big gray ass area between good versus evil, and both sides is playing with each other. I'm reading comments right now on YouTube. Kimberly felt, and that's on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/EricDevaneTV. Kimberly Felder says, I don't see, oh wait, I already read that. Sorry, my bad. KK says, Tariq always treated Diana like the last option. She's the fallback girl for him. Yeah, kinda. Kinda. JR should be Angela in Ghost Love Child. Ooh, Paz took him in. Oh, I don't want that. I really did not like Angela as a character, though, y'all. Like, I really, truly struggle with her. I was so happy when she caught that damn bullet. I swear I was. But I don't have enough to talk about Angela's nephew just yet. But he's going to be a big, important part real soon. Really, really soon. Hey, Kofi, 1 second. I'm about to patch you in. Did not like Angela as a character, though. Like, I really, truly struggled with her. I was so happy when she caught that damn bullet. I swear I was. But I don't have enough to talk about Angela's nephew just yet. But he's going to be a big, important part real soon. Really, really soon. Hey, Kofi, 1 second. I'm about to patch you in. Hey.
What's up?
How you feeling?
Wow, this episode gave, man. It's going to be so much. And we got one more episode, and then I think they go on a hiatus, and then it's like...
Yeah, ooh. I thought they were going on hiatus after this episode, but I guess it's after episode 8.
Yeah, so like it's a lot that's gonna happen. One thing that really struck me was Sax was not playing when he was talking to Jenny. He was so bothered. And full disclosure, I didn't watch the OG Power, but I've been able to catch up on some of the characters based on some of the like recap stars would drop here and there. But I did watch, but I kind of was into PowerBook 2 Ghost, so I started watching that.
Kobe, so, you gotta get every morning. You gotta get on your Zoom. You gotta get on your Zoom every morning at 10. You gotta go back and watch that, Kobe. You cannot be in the thick of it in season 3 of PowerBook 2 and you ain't watched Power.
I mean, I've seen clips. I mean, I'm the type of TV viewer like I have a lot going on, so maybe once, things settle down, I'll catch up. But regardless, I just feel like Sax's time is coming because you can only play both sides too long. And
if you see the original Power, you would be like, I don't know, because Sax is like a damn cat. He's able to get out of.
Yeah, I've seen clips where you would think I thought he was going to get it in season 6, but here we are. He's still here. But in my opinion, I feel like Davis's brother might be the one that actually ends him, unalives him, or cancels his Christmas, so to speak. And we might be stars might have to drop a requiem for
For sex.
for Cooper Sacks. That's how I kind of caught up with some of Power. Like that's how I got into Power. Stars would drop the requiem for remembering certain characters. Like I saw the one for Dre, I saw the one for Angela, I saw the one for Proctor. I was like, ooh, I might have to when time permits. I gotta go and watch this series from start to finish. But
yeah, I really
yeah,
like Power. I really enjoy it. I go back and I rewatch episodes of it.
all right, but in all seriousness, man, things is about to get real. Like, and everybody's finna get hemmed up. Kane and Tariq versus Kane is coming.
Tariq versus Kane is coming.
Yeah.
And honestly, Kofi, I think the thing that's like got me like biting my nails is that in the meantime, in between time, while they playing nice with each other, they both are getting better.
Yeah.
They are both not the same dudes that met each other in episode 1,
Yeah.
season 1.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, especially because I peeped the promo for next week. They y'all really finna set up Effie? And then he's gonna be in his feelings.
Not my girl.
Yeah. So like, yeah, Tariq ain't got hands though, so I don't think you'll be able to.
Got guns.
Yeah.
When Braden had to go take out the Russian, he was like, all right, I'm gonna just go get some guns real quick.
Yeah.
Tariq, I still remember when Tasha had to tell him to go to the laundromat and get that old ass revolver because he didn't know what he was gonna do. Now he got guns tucked.
Yeah. So that's coming. I feel like Braden's finna off his uncle. I really do, because there's in the teaser and trailers that I saw. He said, Tariq goes up to him and said, "What you got to do for this family?" So he's gonna have to choose between his boy Tariq or his blood family, and this is gonna ruin Weston Holdings. Like for real, like not just Weston Holdings, but the whole Weston name. Because they could potentially lose. We saw what happened to Bernard Madoff when he went to jail and how it affected his family. Like a Ponzi scheme, you can't play with people's lives like that. White collar crime, this is like white collar crime is far worse than like. I mean, we talk about the street crimes and all that, drugs and all that, but this is on some other level type stuff. So
collar crime will have you out here like Franklin Saints.
Yeah, so it's
just destitute.
Yeah, and this is the same time he's gotten played by a female, man. Like you think he would have learned from season 1 with Riley that she played him, and then he got played by Kiki. So yeah. Man, it's about to be
Hey Erica, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you, Emmanuel?
How you doing?
Is that right, Emmanuel?
Yeah, it's Armante. It's Armante.
I'm sorry, Armante. How are you?
Good. I was wondering, shoot, what do I have to do to join your channel, yo?
Well, you're here now.
I'm talking about the subscribers only.
Oh, the members only.
Yeah.
So next to the subscribe button, shout out to you because now you get me to promote myself. Down next to the subscribe button, there should be a button that says join. And if you click that, it'll bring up all of the options for the different levels of membership, and you can sign in that way. Now, there's depending on what you're looking at, like I think sometimes it doesn't show up on your iPhone, so you might have to do it from a computer, or you might have to go to like youtube.com on a web address to actually sign up, but that's basically how you do it. But also, if you don't see the button, in every one of my videos, I have in the description box a direct link to it. So if you click the link, it'll take you to where you can join and get access to all of the members only content.
Right, because I've been watching you for a long time, so.
Oh, thank you. You got anything you want to add about the episode?
I really think Tariq gonna have to bring out that gangster in Brady. He gonna have to.
Oh, how he gonna bring it out? Because I feel like Tariq has already decided that Braden is not the violent one, and he's going to bring that. So every time something happens, Tariq is like very willing to step up. So I don't know how he would be able to bring out the gangster in Braden. You got thoughts on that, Kofi?
Well, he better. I mean, like, I don't know how, because to me, like, they haven't even salvaged their relationship yet, because they're working together right now. But even in that episode, when he was looking into the Ponzi scheme in the books, he's like, "You still here?" It's like, "Yeah." And then I'll holler at you. And then he just went like, it's still strange. And Tariq doesn't know that Braden snaked him out of the internship with Tate to get him to Weston Holdings. So before they can like do they gangster stuff, I think Braden's gonna have to come clean and be honest and tell Tariq what's up. And then it's like, I also think he has to put him on game about what's going on with Weston Holdings.
Do you think Tariq
That's
still
just my
beef
opinion.
with Braden? Or, because for me, when I was watching him in this episode, I was annoyed, but I feel like he was more worried about Lauren. So, like, he wasn't paying Braden no mind because he's like, boy, I got some bigger to fry. Like, you can't kill nobody. You, whatever, like, whatever you got going on is whatever you got going on. I feel like he's not necessarily mad at Braden anymore. He's mad at Effie.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's definitely mad at Effie. Like, yeah. So
I think bros will always be bros. He's mad, but eventually he will get over it.
And it's gonna be Tariq that like you said, Kobe, he said which family you gonna pick. It's gonna have to be Tariq that makes him
I think David's gonna pull that trigger. David's probably gonna pull that on Sax. He's gonna pull that trigger. It's a twist.
Like that.
See, I think Theo will be the one to pull the trigger on Sax. Honestly.
I initially thought, like, because a lot of people were saying that Theo will probably be the one to pull the trigger, but I like the idea of Davis pulling the trigger, because I ain't gonna hold you. Method Man is Method Man, and he gonna give for me regardless, because he's Method Man. But Davis don't give. Like, Davis is a little too sloppy for me. The fact that Sax knows about the burn, the fact that Sax found witness file, like, I'm like, Proctor would never. Like, yeah, you expensive and you doing a little here and there, but he's not, to me, proving that he's actually worth what he's saying. So if he was to actually pull the trigger, I'm like, all right, now I can put a little bit of respect on your name, because right now you making words. Like, I know that you don't know that Sax is undercover or anything, but he still is just moving a little bit too sloppy for me.
I agree.
I agree.
It's a lot, man. They getting hit from all sides. You got Feds.
Oh, when they introduced the Ponzi scheme, Kofi, I was just like, what?
It took me back to Tyler Perry movie, that Witness Protection.
Oh, just like another added layer that came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's a lot that they're gonna have to deal with, and then we haven't even covered the Junior Valdez of it all. I mean, like it's all 30 degrees of separation here. It's all gonna circle back. You got a Valdez going after a St. Patrick now. So, oh my God.
And if you ask me, I'm ready to go ahead and get rid of every single Valdez just because they got Valdez in the name. I'm already on Junior. I'm already over him.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot, man.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I don't want to show my face. I told you I just woke up. I look a mess.
You all good. Did you want to add something?
I do, because I love this show so much. I can't stand it. And everything that y'all are saying is like, oh my gosh, right? And my boyfriend's watching basketball in the background, so hopefully it's not too loud.
Okay.
But this whole episode, like, has me in a chokehold for next episode, because I'm like, Braden is going to fold when it comes to, like, him knowing that his family is a fraud. and knowing that his family is literally essentially nothing important. They're just fraud. And so now he's like, what name am I protecting really? Like, why do I have to keep my mouth shut? Like, it's gonna be like a fuck y'all moment, because he's like, all of this is fake.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was with that girl, I had been said it. I was like, that girl is way too smart, because I get into these weekly debates with this one guy on my Facebook page. Like, he's like very much, invested in this. He tells people like, look, you got until Monday morning to watch it because I got commentary.
Yeah.
And I told him, because like I break down every character. He only hit some people. I'd be like, no, you gotta look at every character,
How they tie in, yeah.
and you can't just look at one. I said Brayden is dumb. He's too stuck on trying to be in love with a girl to figure out that these girls are just way too smart for him. And I said it when I seen her the first time. Like, it was too weird that she literally drug him in this room, stripped his clothes, and had sex with him for no reason. You know what I'm saying? For no reason. I was like, that girl is playing Brayden. I don't know how yet, but I'm telling you, she's way too smart for this dude right now. And whatever she's doing is for a reason. He just don't know about it. And to know that she's been like going behind his back in this way is like the worst betrayal. Like, he's low key heartbroken. Like, he don't love her, but he's like heartbroken. Like, girl,
Yeah.
like, I thought we was here with each other and we not. Like, and you want to be cool with the fact that you slimy, and you want me to accept you and all your sliminess, and you with my peoples, like,
Yeah.
you being slimy with me to my own peoples. Then did he call himself taking Tariq Trust Fund? Like, the fact that this man legit thinks that it's just gonna be as cut and dry as, oh, I stole Tariq's trust fund and that just is what it is. Like, he ain't getting it back and he can get over it. And literally that's what Tariq is doing all of this for. You are out of your mind if it's just gonna be as simple as that. And then they already low key racist.
Mm-hmm.
So now Brayden is like, yo, he said it to that girl. Like, Tariq is literally my brother. Literally. It's and it's so crazy how they're setting up this Tommy versus Ghost versus Brayden versus Tariq thing.
Mm.
They want Brayden not to be like Tommy really bad.
They do.
But
They really do.
he's literally going to be Tommy. And they're setting it up for him to be just like him.
And I'm here for it. Kobe, did you clock Kiki from the jump? Because I didn't. I thought she was
I legit thought she was gonna be. I thought she was gonna be. Nice. Here's a black woman, nice young sister, got her head on straight, and he's gonna, you know, put Braden on some game. But like, Braden just got blinded by the chocolate, man. It happens. but but at the same time, it was not a good look, and I'm low key disappointed now. And frankly, I feel like not only is Uncle Lucas about to catch a bullet, I feel like Kiki might have to catch a bullet too, low key. I mean, it's because Ponzi schemes, like I'm telling you, it's not you when it's not just people who are well off. Sometimes people who don't have as much and they want to invest in something and they suffer. I mean, ask the people who were the victims of Bernard Madoff, like that it ruined them. So yeah, Uncle Luke is about to. He about to.
But see,
Yeah,
Kiki though,
yeah.
I feel like Kiki's gonna figure out that she don't know for real who she's dealing with when it comes to Brayden versus Tariq. Like, all she sees is this superficial side of them. She doesn't know exactly who they are. Like, there's not enough research in the world to know who these two people cleared the room of her actual son, okay? And her and Tariq's best friend.
Is out of this
you know what I'm
world.
saying? Like,
get it from.
Kane is so heartbroken. He want his mama titty back so bad. He can't help it but to do whatever she want. And whole time she's like, dude, where's Tariq at? I need to talk to my actual son for a second. Clear the room. Like, that has to be the most heartbreaking moment for any mama's boy to have been chosen over some new nigga. And he's so upset about it.
It's so funny, y'all, because I have a list of power videos that I want to make. And one of them is, and y'all tell me if this sounds wild or not, if it's like, Erica, no, that one ain't it. Y'all can tell me, y'all can be honest. But one of them is Tariq St. Patrick, the son everybody wants except Ghost.
Oh my God. And it's like Ghost doesn't not want his son. He's more so resentful to him because, dude, I just went out. I got all this money. I killed folk. I manipulated folks so you, unlulu ingrate, can have a better life, and you're choosing to be me. Why do you want to be me so bad? I don't want you to be me. I want you to just be a son, not a killer.
I feel like he don't want Tariq, not like specifically because he don't like who he turned out to be. So it's like, if you're going to be this, then I'm good off of you. Meanwhile, him becoming who he is now is literally the thing that Kane loves so much. Literally the thing that Monet loves so damn much. Honestly, I think it's also something that Tommy really likes about him as well. I think Tommy had a little bit of conflict and like, okay, I want you to do whatever your father says, but also he respected Tariq for how he was moving in certain ways. So I just thought that was interesting, and I kind of want to explore that because the moment that Tariq stood 10 toes down and basically being like Ghost, almost to a T, Ghost ain't one nothing.
Better than Ghost. Tariq is better than Ghost. Like, let's be for real.
Now, not too much.
Hold on, just hear me out. Just hear me out for just a second. Just hear me out. Just hear me out for just a second. Just hear me out. You got this man, right? This little boy. Let's go back to Ghost for a second. You got this little boy soaking up like a sponge who his dad is without saying nothing at all. He's not asking his dad many questions at all, but yet he knows exactly what he's supposed to do. Just like Monet said, you're my thinker.
Because I honestly don't believe that Ghost taught Tariq what he taught him. I am like, this is Kanan's doing.
You think so? I don't think Kanan has anything to do with it, only because Kanan was literally the quote-unquote op that ended up being the good guy. You know what I'm saying?
Kanan is the one who actually exposed Tariq to licks, exposed Tariq to the crew that he started to run with.
I see what you're saying now.
Did not actually show Tariq any illegal activity until he could no longer hide it because Kanan taught him what to look for.
Right. Nah, you right. You right.
Ghost taught Tariq the book smart. He basically book smart.
So, right. But
this can translate Italian and get on that jet with
but when I say that Ghost taught, when I say that Tariq is better than Ghost, there's no way that Ghost could have ever imagined the stuff that Tariq is doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, at his age.
I think that Tariq is on the road, but I don't think he's better than him yet.
I feel like the way they're setting it up. The way they're setting it up, though, Ghost would have never dreamed of some junk like course correct. He was never in that position to be able to be that smart.
But he was able to parlay himself from being a drug kingpin to lieutenant, like candidate for lieutenant governor. Like they had just different paths. Like you really think about it, in Ghost's day, he was doing some innovative ass pull myself up by the bootstraps and y'all can literally, you cannot stop me.
No, they definitely couldn't stop Ghost. And that's why his son was the only person that could stop him. And this whole narrative about Ghost still being alive is pissing me off because I want Ghost to stay dead. And I want to see.
Now we disagree again. This is the second one?
Yeah.
I want Ghost to stay dead so that I can see what Tariq finna do. Like, does he need his dad?
I think we're gonna get to at least season 5 of Ghost before they bring him back. It's gonna be a minute, but I feel like once we get ready to like start to wrap up Power Book 2 Ghost coming back, or even like giving Force to season 4, giving Ghost to season 5, and they string that shit together.
Okay, so do you really think Ghost is alive and he's gonna come back in Power Book 2, or he's gonna come back and meet up with Tommy?
Both. And I honestly think that they're like in the works right now for this like London spinoff, which will make a perfect play for him to like build a whole other thing.
Oh, so you don't think Ghost is even in the country? Right. You think he out of the country? Because I seen a picture that looked very much AI, because I'm so tired of this AI thing that's going on. And I was like, they was like, Ghost is alive. And I'm like, yo, stop trying to, don't put this in my heart right now. I don't want to believe that Ghost is alive. Now, I'm not saying I want, quote unquote, Ghost to stay dead, but it's just like, damn, if Ghost is alive, Tariq gonna crumble.
He's gonna crumble.
I don't want him to crumble.
Storytelling for it to happen after he done built himself up to be Ghost 2.0, and for Ghost 1.0 to come back and to still be able to like shit on him a little bit, that's fire.
But see, no, because then it's gonna be about Ghost again. He gonna start going to his dad for advice when he really don't fucking need his dad for no damn advice.
He might not.
He might not.
Yo, I just made it through college, got out, finally got my trust fund set up.
That trust fund is gone. He's not getting it back without death.
I don't know about all that.
Somebody's gonna have to die for him to get his money back, because old buddy said he's not getting it back. That's not how this works, boy. Like, you tripping. It's gonna be Braden that kept his first body, though.
Weston Holdings is gonna crumble to the ground before Tariq walk away with penniless. Like, I think his money is gone right now, but there's still money in the business, and there's still gangsters at the end of the day. If everybody else, all the other clients lose their money, the gangsters is gonna get their money back.
I know, but it's gonna suck because I know Braden gonna have to be the one to get it back for Tariq, because it's literally his fault. Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be like, dang. But the whole thing, because somebody said, what about Kane? Kane is going to try his best to make it work with Effie, bro. Like, he's banking on that. He loved that girl, and the more she pushed him away, the more Kane want her, because I don't think it has anything to do with. At first, it wasn't even about Kane trying to get with Effie, because we know Kane is a hoe. It's more so, I want to take something from Tariq because he took my mama away. But now he actually liked Effie, and now this is his perfect chance to get with her, because the whole Effie versus Tariq thing, he's mad. And when Sax said, when like he had finally found Lauren in that house, and he was like, Tariq loved you. You know what I'm saying? Like, when he said that, I got so many goosebumps. That was the best episode. That episode had me in the whirlwind of emotions that whole time. And I'm just like, dang, if Sax is literally, like, he's being walked away, and as he's being walked away, he's like, you're not going to stop me from saying this. Like, no, Lauren, you need to know. Like, if you don't know anything else, despite what I feel about Tariq, he loved you, and he did not kill you. And to know that Effie killed Lauren off this quote unquote, I was trying to protect you, like, she's a damn lie. She literally needed her to get out of the way because she wanted Tariq. Just like she did with Diana, because the way she did Diana was so slimy, trying to tell her like, oh, you don't need to get involved with him, he's nothing. And then boom, now they together. Like, girl, didn't you just say that he wasn't a good person to be with? So this whole time you've been setting it up to be with Tariq. Why? Like, what is it about Tariq that makes you want to cancel everybody out that you know is low-key better than you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I love Effie. She's so pretty. I love her. I love everything about her. But, girl, the
Alex
insecurity
is pretty. Effie.
Effie. Ooh, that is so. Ooh, the shade is real. But no.
I love her. But Effie as a character, I can't get with it.
Effie is cute, but Effie is from, like, she's from desperation. Her whole reason for being here is literally out of desperation. And so when you think about it in the terms of who Tariq gonna choose, The only person that gets him 100% is Diana. Because Diana was born into this life, and so was
right now, because currently we're watching Tariq and Lauren experience something that's giving her a lot more perspective and understanding and grounding them. This is low-key a moment for them to be able to trauma bond together. So, like, Diana has insight in reference to family. However, I feel like Lauren has...
It's love. It's on some Bonnie and Clyde.
She loves him, but she also has a little bit more grit to her than Diana does. And she to me feels like she has a little bit of fight. So now the more information that she gets and she starts to feel a way about whatever, she's also the type that's going to take some shit into her own hands. And Diana ain't that. And I feel like that resonates with Tariq way more.
Yeah. I feel like no matter what.
Though, Lil V says, y'all think that Kiki is sleeping with Lucas.
I wouldn't put it past her.
I would not surprise me.
I definitely wouldn't put it past her, man. She's smart.
I don't want to, assume the worst, but it would not surprise. It would not shock me. So
it probably is. She basically fucked her way to the top.
Yeah, like.
And I wondered when we first got introduced to her, I was like, girl, how did you get here? Where did you come from?
Exactly. What is your purpose for being here? Like, what is it that you're doing this for? I want to know what her background is and why she's so invested in finding out all information and getting to the top to make sure she's always protected. What are you protecting yourself from?
Yeah.
Because she too is all out of desperation. She's a character that's about opportunity, not necessarily about love or money. Like, she's more so, I need to make sure that I'm not living a life I don't want for myself.
Right.
She's not like Effie. You know what I'm saying? Effie, we met Effie not in no nice clothes, not with her hair all done up and all that stuff. Like, she's doing it because who else gonna do it for her? But Kiki, on the other hand, she's with Weston Holdings.
Yeah.
Some of the most powerful people in this whole thing. And then she don't know about Tariq St. Patrick. That don't even make no sense. Like, girl, you're not as smart as you making yourself out to be, because you're literally messing with the St. Patricks right now. That is the worst combo.
I think she would have done some intel. And I know we mentioned RSJ. You want to see, shout out to the guy from the OG, The Wire. But, like, I feel like we could also see, if he's got pulled like I know he has, he might go to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC, because they hear the feds. Because not only we got the RICO case, they might have to they could also jam up, if Braden holds it down like I'm supposed to, maybe he lets Tariq know what's up, and then Tariq goes to RSJ and they try and, let it be known that, hey, there's a Ponzi scheme going on, so maybe hem him up and force his hand. But I feel like...
I hope if the SEC come involved, I hope that it's not RSJ that does it, because I really am itching. I am itching for RSJ to have a little Chris in him. And I don't want him to be a snitch. And at the end of the day, the SEC can get involved to, like, provide sanctions, but they can't necessarily get the money back. Like, you really gonna need to be on some gangster robbing them type stuff to get the money back.
RSJ definitely not going out like one of them. And the reason why I know that for fact is because, for one, he's black, messing with some white people, and I'm not trying to be racist, but let's be for real, because that's his whole thing, right? Mm-hmm. On number two, if he's one of the richest black folk who's investing his money into this company, and he sees another fellow black folk in the room, he wants to know what he doesn't know. And he wants Tariq to be the one to tell him that, because how he probably got here wasn't all squeaky clean. So RSJ is making a bond with Tariq because he knows Tariq know a lot. And he wants to know what's up, because I'm not no clean cut. It's just like another tape, except more powerful. Like, he's looking at it from a standpoint, like, I know how I got here, but you need to make the lines very much unblurred for me, because I'm going to look out for you because I see me in you. I know that you're here for one of the same reasons I started this in the first place. So let's me and you work together. They're gonna end up working together somehow. I don't know how, but RSJ not gonna judge him for what he's doing.
Right. I agree. Let's talk about the Tejadas a little bit. How do we feel about Monet back in the seat of leader and all of the moves that she made in this episode?
She is going to get she's gonna reap what she sowed.
When I tell you,
Kane's
Monet gonna get the worst treatment.
Kane gonna put 2 and 2 together.
Hold on one second. Go ahead, Kofi.
I was gonna say she's gonna reap what she sowed. When she saw Lorenzo's ghost was like, "I loved you," but when the kids find out what you did, they'll never forgive you. And Kane already knows.
Kane definitely already know. I was just about to say that. He's
just pushing it to the chest, and I'm pretty sure Diana is gonna she's gonna peep game. One, I know she's arrested right now, but somehow, some way, because in the trailer she's like, "It's always Monet." She's gonna put 2 and 2. I don't know, because I know she's gonna do her research. That's how she found out about Zeke. So it's just all gonna blow up in her face, and maybe they could set it up for where she could take the fall for everything. You know,
Drew gonna be the one to be the smarter one to actually say it out loud. Kane, but then again, I know Kane know. Kane been knew. Kane knew before the funeral. Kane knew after the funeral. Kane knew when she was in there with that dude that she just got killed, because when she made Kane leave, that's what set up Drew to kill old buddy. And it's gonna be like, okay, Drew is hurt right now. Drew is the most loving one out of them. You know, he loved both sides. He loved his dad. He loved his mom. We know Diana not feeling Monet. She was a daddy's girl. Kane's a mama's boy. He wasn't necessarily like cool with his dad. But one thing about Kane, though, is he literally is the soldier of the family.
Yes, he is.
Kane is putting it on his back, and Monet just keep disrespecting him. And when Kane branches off with Effie, because I know how that's going to play out, because everybody got their own little moves on the side with everybody that other people don't know about. When Kane is able to be like, so yeah, because just like how he confronted his dad about killing Zeke on some, I been knew that. I was waiting for you to tell me. You slime me, I own you. When he finds out that his mom just went through all of these obstacles to try to play him, like at the end of the day, you tried to play Kane's face like he wasn't gonna find out you got his dad killed. When that opens, I just don't know after that. It goes blank for me. Like, I don't know what type of treatment Monet gonna get it from, but I know she gonna get it hard from Kane. Like, Diana gonna be mad, like, oh, you bitch, you killed my dad. But when Kane find out that you tried to simply play him for a lame nigga to think that he wasn't gonna find out, that's what's gonna be her downfall. Because Kane is smart, just like Tariq, and she not giving Kane no respect or credit.
I think that Kane is getting smart like Tariq. I think that seasons 1 and 2, he was much more impulsive and emotional, which made him not think first. And now he's finally starting to think, which is giving him better positioning. He's capable of thinking like Tariq, and now he's finally showing it. Because before, he was just doing all types of stuff. It's like, Kane, what the hell? No. Monte, did you have something that you wanted to add about Monet?
Monet going through all this commotion just to flip the script. She already knows.
She know Kane know.
Make herself look innocent, was she not? And Kane knows the whole time. He already knew, cause right after his daddy, right after he tells his daddy to go tell her that she dies, it don't make no sense.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, they don't even know what's really going on. Like, everybody got their own little side story with these people. And that's what's going to end up having everybody go down because, like, right now we got the Lauren and Tariq thing nobody know about. We got the Kane and his mom versus the talks with her versus the talks with his dad that they don't know. Or with Drew. Drew didn't know about the whole, what's that dude name? I don't even know his name. He just got killed. But how he was cool with his mom. And even though his mom knows that he's messing with Drew, that everybody hiding stuff from everybody, literally. And nobody knows what's being kept from each other except for Kane. Like, Kane's the one that knows the most out of everybody. Kane's more in the loop than anybody else. So
Kane is not necessarily mad about Lorenzo's death. And he knows, I agree that he knows. I think that what's going to be the thing that turns Kane back against Monet is her really wanting to be out of the business. And that's all that Kane ever really wanted to do. So when she tries to go ahead and disassociate and conspire with Tariq to get from up under Noma completely, like not just, get out of the business completely, not just get from up under Noma, I think that is going to be the driving force of like, this is all I want to do and can do. I'm not stopping.
We haven't even mentioned the Castillo's part of it. Evelyn's gonna put a big.
I thought about her. Yeah. I did.
Oh man, you done killed Uncle Frank. Now you killed Gordo.
And Evelyn made a point to say, "I am not going after Lorenzo because I want my boys to be safe."
And well. That's no. So now I'm pretty sure Evelyn's probably like
Evelyn about to get back in the game.
Yep, and the other Castillo boys
as like an actual mob. Like the mob they're about to the witness is about to be televised because Evelyn coming out of retirement for her husband and her son, her baby. What? Because if we really think about it, Evelyn is just a mob version of Monet. At this point, it's not even going to be about the mob itself. It's going to be about parent versus parent, child versus child. You never poke at a mama bear ever. Period. You kill my baby, it's up. Like, I don't care who got to die. You kill my baby. Like, forget everything else. It's about to be up with Monet. Like, Monet's life is not about to be easy. It don't even got nothing to do with her kids. It's a mom versus a mom at this point. Because she's going to want answers to how her son died.
What's interesting to me is like, for quite a while, I was like, oh, maybe Monet just don't know and this is her. But in this episode, she shows that she does actually know certain maternal instincts and certain things in reference to validation and affirmation and simple just like emotional support for her kids. Do y'all think that hers tapping into that specifically to use it as a manipulation tactic is going to mean anything moving forward? Is it going to help her? Is it going to hurt her? Any thoughts on that?
As a mom?
Well, period. Just in her position, because it seems like she did not give them this whole entire time. We didn't go on 3 seasons and 6 episodes, 2 seasons of 4 episodes and 6 more additional episodes, and she did not tell Diana she's beautiful, smart, and could do any damn thing.
Yeah.
She hasn't done this before, but she specifically did it now because she knew that she was going to need
it.
I'm trying to figure out if this is something that they are also cluing us in on in reference to, like, don't count Monet out because she's pulling extra out of her out of her skill set that we were led to believe that she didn't even have.
I feel like no matter what, just because a mother doesn't express their love for you in a outspoken way doesn't mean she don't love you. Like, I got 3 kids. Put it in perspective. I have 3 kids. My oldest is 10. My youngest is about to be 4. The way that I express my love for each of them is different. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't say it's a manipulation tactic. It's more of, what does this baby need? versus this other baby. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, my oldest son don't be on me like that no more. He's the oldest. He has 2 siblings. My middle child is my daughter. She need the most. She's my daughter. I make sure I instill in her that she's beautiful. She can do anything. She don't. I ain't gonna say she don't need a man for nothing, but let's talk about you right now. You know what I'm saying? And then my baby boy, I feel like with him, he's the most loving of them all. So I give him that love back, because if I turn it away from him, he might not like the fact that I done turned his love away. So when you think about it from Monet, she too has 3 kids, except her baby boy's in the middle and her daughter's the baby. So now it's like the middle child syndrome is very much real. And that's what I think they're showing us the most, because Drew is the most sensitive, quote unquote, weakest one, right? And then Kane is supposed to be the most stronger one, who he don't really need all this lovey-dovey stuff, but he actually do. But he actually do. He literally wants it so bad. And then Diana, she's on the same level as Tariq. As Monet. Like, her and her mom are both women. So that women versus women thing, when it comes to mother and daughter, is an actual thing. Like, my mom low-key jealous of me, and the whole mom versus daughter being jealous thing is so weird, because that's why I feel like she's not instilling it in Diana, because she know Diana can do whatever she wants and she don't gotta try. And that makes Monet upset. She would never say it, but that's why she don't give Diana no respect.
I only feel like
So
she's like that with Drew, you know, but the middle boy, not just because she's, she clocked his, sexuality probably at an early age and felt like she needed to protect him. And even with Kane, like, what we did, she just makes it soldier. And Kane say, am I your soldier or am I your son?
right.
Both. So what kind of mother does that make you? And he ain't even he was not even his oldest child. That was Zeke. That was Ezekiel.
Right.
She loved Ezekiel a lot more. She always protected Zeke. But Lorenzo screwed up, but he made the point to say, this is on me just as much as it was on you. You didn't prepare him for this, the life that y'all was in.
Right.
And then, you just wanted him to play ball, but it just wasn't feasible that he was going to get caught up. And even in all that, you still, even after, you got exposed, and even after Carrie lost everything, you felt the need that he's never going to come back to me. Like, I'm on record. She killed Carrie. I didn't think Carrie committed suicide. Oh, she did that. So it's like,
we still haven't found out about that, and that's bothering me too. I'm ready for that to blow up. I need to know for matter of fact that she's the one who killed Carrie, because if we don't find,
killed Carrie,
She definitely did that.
do we know that for sure? Like, what if she really didn't have
it? She said it out of her mouth.
She did? I didn't hear that part.
Yep.
I missed that. Of course they set it up like that, but that's what they always be doing. They be setting stuff up, and so I didn't know if we actually found out. But the whole thing with Zeke versus Kane, Kane never had to think about how you've been putting a person before me all along. Like, you're always putting someone above me. When I'm always the one taking the fall and doing the dirty work for you, you always put somebody above me. Kane hasn't even talked about the way Monet loved Zeke more than her actual other 3 kids. Now somebody on Facebook saying, what if Lorenzo not even the father of any of these kids? I don't believe that part, but
that part, and I was about to say Courtney has already addressed that, but then Courtney be lying sometimes, or she just be I think what is interesting about the conversation around Zeke versus Kane, and not just about who's the oldest and all of that, I think the part that we have to also add into the conversation is who their fathers are. For Mecca to be her first love, I feel like that transpired down to the son. And if Monet carried any type of resentment for like not being able to stay with Dante, not being able to have her family, feeling like she had to choose certain things specifically to survive, then she would probably carry the resentment and have it play out with the first child. And then after she has a second one, it's like, okay, well, I'm in it now and I'm committed. And like, it gets a little bit better after the fact, but like she's already started this toxic cycle because she never really healed from the shit that from the transition between the families, if that makes sense.
Right, because in her mind, she knew what life she was living, and as a mom, she really did try to keep Zeke away from it, but she messed it all up by acting like that wasn't her child and making this about being auntie versus nephew. Like, there's no auntie in the world that loves a nephew more than their kids. Like, there's just no auntie in the world. Like, it already was weird to me. Like, she was already giving me weird vibes. Like, girl, why is you on this man, like, jock like this? It doesn't make sense. It never did. When it started to make sense and Diana, the baby, found out, and when she said, I'm gonna kill her, she was like, at that pivotal moment of when Diana spilled the beans, that made Monet hate Diana.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why, and even before that, Diana was she always wanted to protect Diana too. It's weird. Like, the way she tried to protect Zeke is exactly how she tried to protect Diana. And then when she went around Monet to go to school, which is something that Monet did not want for her, because I feel like no matter how you look at it, she's trying to protect Diana so that Diana can learn the business, because she's going to be the woman to lead all of these men, Diana. And she didn't want her to like get caught up too bad, because you still need to be the brains of this operation still. Because the way Monet's setting it all up is weird. Like, she has to have.
I have to think about it. I don't know if she fully wanted Diana to lead the business. I felt like Diana was supposed to be being groomed to know how to manipulate men. And when they make their jump into a legitimate life on the back of Zeke in the NBA, she could move and do certain things, having certain knowledge.
Right. Like, she literally wants Diana to know things without getting her hands dirty. And that's the crazy part about her getting arrested right now. The fact that Diana is the one being arrested, they're setting it up for the quote unquote weakest one to be the one to take the fall and tell them information, when Diana not weak like that. Because I seen an interview with her and she was like, Diana is not a snitch. She said, y'all, Diana is not a snitch. That's what she said. She said that about her character.
She's gonna have to show me, because
Diana's not a snitch.
Goddamn birth certificate down on that table.
She said, and that's what she said though. She said, I'm not a snitch. This was family. This was at the family's table. How am I snitching on my family? I'm a part of this family. Oh, I'm sorry. My son is playing the game. But
I mean, that's a conversation that we can have another day, because I'm gonna need Diana to show and prove. She can't tell me that she not a snitch. You gonna have to show me. You gonna have to be in lockup right now, and I'm gonna have to not say the word.
Gonna be
who gonna get her out?
I think Effie is a snitch.
Effie's the snitch.
Yeah.
Effie's definitely a snitch.
Effie,
I think
the snitch. It's not Diana.
Out because for nothing else, Diana knows that she killed Whitman. Period.
Yeah.
Diana knows a lot of stuff, but she knows that they conspired to kill Whitman.
Well, no, because you remember Diana was so shocked that Whitman died, though.
No,
at that point, she was
that wasn't a part of the plan.
Exactly.
So Monet is still balancing with Diana, which is also why she pulled out the validation that she's been dangling in front of this girl this whole time and didn't give it to her, because she's trying to keep Diana in a certain realm of access that she hadn't really she hadn't been able to do before. So I think that Monet is going to get Diana out immediately, if for nothing else, because of the whole thing with Whitman, and she cannot afford for Diana to get shaky, to get nervous, and to start talking about nothing.
Yeah, like the reason I say Effie is a snitch because you remember when they introduced them to and I think it was like season 4 or 5 for Empower. She basically rented on him, saying that he was selling drugs at the school.
Yeah. Yep. Anything else that y'all want to add from this episode that we didn't talk about already?
I mean, aside from Holy Hotep, Shay Freeman, I think I think we've covered it all. I mean, we got cops is rolling in. Tariq said he's hot. You got a whole Ponzi scheme up in here. You got Gordo gone. The Castillos are coming. I don't think
But y'all got to remember now they got like this little I wouldn't say partnership with the Russians, but now the Russians low key on their side because they got rid of that quote unquote op that they had.
Yeah.
I don't think the Russians is literally on their side yet. I think he's waiting for them to mess up. He fully don't trust him yet.
I can see that.
He fully don't
saying everything that you wanted to say.
Come again?
Did you finish saying everything you wanted to say?
I mean, yeah, and then and then Davis and Sachs with and then Jenny, and then the feds, and then the police force, Blanca, and then Junior. I mean, I don't think Sachs is gonna go, but they're setting up. Sachs might go at 8, and that's how we get the 2-week raise, because at some point it's all gonna catch up to you, man. It is.
But see, Sachs is such a good guy, nice. He's such a bad guy, nice guy. It's I don't know what's gonna happen because he definitely feels like he can trust Lauren, and that's what's gonna be his downfall, which is going to make it be like, okay, so now Sachs not only is it Sachs versus Davis, because when Davis find out, I don't know how Davis gonna take it, because Davis is also just as slimy as Sachs, right? And so when it comes to Sachs knowing as much as he knows, he's also Sachs versus Jenny because he loves her. Then it's Sachs versus Tariq, because even though Sachs knows that Tariq is a quote-unquote monster, as he likes to call him, he knows Tariq is still very much useful. And it's still, Sachs is an underdog. Like, Sachs really just wants to figure out which team to be on, no matter if he's a police person or not. He needs to figure out who's the best side to be on. Should I be with Davis? I'm trying to set Davis up because I love this girl Jenny, and I know Jenny wants to be the one to come out on top, but she's gonna sacrifice Sachs. Sachs is just as dumb as Brayden. Like, let's be for real.
Well, he wasn't before, but
he
fell in
figuring it out now.
Like, and honestly, I feel like that ship has sailed with Jenny because she showed her true colors and he was all in. So that's why I really feel like Sachs is really a wild card, because while he's like, oh, I want to get them, Jenny is giving him reasons for him to want to get her, and he is swayable.
Yo, we've seen him do it,
and his alliances goes based off of literally how he feels in a day. All it's going to take is for David to do some stuff that really wins him over in reference to, like, I understand this man. And that's all it's going to take for him to be like, all right, well, I accidentally did all of this, but it was before I realized that you was a cool dude, and now all of a sudden, this is how we get out of it.
Yeah.
And we do it before, you know?
Because when Sachs finds out, like, when he can have hard evidence that Davis is not the person he thought he is, like, to know that Davis is also a gang member or whatever type of affiliation he got, he's going to be like, dang. And then he's going to have to take a look back at himself, like, oh, so this why you a defense attorney, because you know that these people you helping is just like you. And Sachs is not, he not like them. Like, Sachs does try to do the right thing for the right reason. I mean, he does the wrong thing for the right reasons, where Davis does all the wrong things for the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? And so at this point, Sachs is going to have to figure out why it's okay to keep Davis in power of attorney.
I just feel like Sax might just decide to screw Jenny just out of spite, bro. Like for real. Like if let's say Sax doesn't die, like he makes it out of what's gonna come in episode 8. He might get to a point if he somehow survives that near death experience, he might go to Jenny's higher ups or whoever she's has to answer
He's just
to
gonna
and
get the
just
whole case thrown out.
yeah.
He's gonna make it to where everybody's protected.
Exactly. Just to spite Jenny. But I'm telling you, if he'd have just told her the truth about Lauren, I think he'd have gone along with it. But the fact that he found out about that Lauren was alive, and then honestly,
And you
even though
kept
he
it from
knows,
him as if you couldn't trust
and
him.
then
And honestly, all it's really going to take is for him to sit down and think about Tariq, because low key, Sax kind of have a little bit of like and respect for Tariq.
Yeah, he respects Tariq.
Able to speak to certain things about Tariq when it came to Lauren. And now when all he got to do is sit and think like, okay, so Tariq is not responsible for Carrie. He's not responsible for this. And we're trying to pin it on him. Like, yes, he's done some things, but we also know who raised him and what he's had to go through. Like,
you're not
Hold on one second. Kofi, what you're saying in reference to like, it's only going to take him to want to spite Jenny. That's all it's going to take, because he can create a narrative to support Tariq because he actually has a low level of respect. Like, I think he developed that when Tariq pulled his card about being in truth that night, and he accepts that he has made certain decisions just based off of the circumstances that he felt like he was put into. So again, Sax is probably going to be the biggest wild card, and I don't got him dying. But go ahead.
I don't think Sax is gonna die either.
I think he is.
I don't think Sax died. That's gonna be sad.
He's gonna catch a bullet from Davis. I'm telling you.
That's what my boy said, but I don't think Sax gonna die.
He's gonna catch a bullet from Davis.
look,
A lot of people are saying he's going to get
if he don't die, he's gonna flip on Jenny Sullivan just because he having a near death experience. Davis gonna have that gun to his head and he's gonna talk. He's gonna spit.
and damn my legal license for whatever it is. I'm going, like he's told Jenny, if you like, I will burn you. Like he don't care. And Jenny screwed up. She thought she could play in this man's face and dangle, I know you love me, and manipulate that I'm into you to get you to do my bidding. And then it didn't work out, because I saw Jenny's face when he made his threat. She was shook, and she never gets shook. Like yeah.
Oh, you talking about in this last episode?
In this last
episode, it's going to get her killed.
And that's the thing. Like Jenny be playing with all these big dogs, but don't want to die. Like you remember when back in the like she was like, "We need to figure this out so we don't end up like Whitman to Whitman." Ooh, cheers. But see, they also counting out Blanca. Blanca is not coming to play with Jenny or Sax. She wants this case to die with Ghost. Like she wants her revenge for Ghost. And to know that she couldn't get it because Ghost is dead, she wants at any point to get somebody in the St. Patrick's family because they were too smart. They're already in Wixat. Grandma already gone. She's supposed to be with Tasha and them. And so it's kind of like, dang, I can only get Tariq so that I can dead this Ghost thing. And I'm not going to let you or Sax mess it up for me in my own personal vendetta. But Blanca, she still be 2 steps behind everything. For her to be so invested, right? Blanca is so invested. The fact that they put her back in the show, right? Because I thought she was gone, but they put her back in the show, but she's still 2 steps behind, but she knows she's spot on. The only way to blow up her case is for Sax to turn on Jenny and for Jenny to have her back against the wall to make Blanca not figure it out, because Blanca has already figured it out. So I don't see Sax dying. I don't see Jenny dying or Blanca dying. I don't see nobody dying. I just see it being set up to where everybody gets to skate free. And it's going to be something new that starts a new case. Like, they're not going to be able, it's going to be so plain in your face, you can't deny it. That's going to get everybody jammed up.
I feel like somebody's gonna lose their job. I mean, like if Sax does if he makes it out and he realizes, because this is an ethics question for him. Yeah, he wants justice. But the way Jenny's been moving, and first of all, and how she wasn't honest. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna go to I will go to the bar to get you disbarred, and I wouldn't put it past him. So we'll see, man.
Do y'all think that Tariq will kill Lauren in the finale?
No.
I
No.
don't think so.
He loved that girl. If anybody, he gonna kill Effie, but he not gonna kill. He don't want to kill Effie. He don't want to kill nobody. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
I ain't even gonna hold you, because I just be having y'all watch my content, so y'all know Erica be having her little quirks. There be little things that just get to her. It's these men, Kane and Tariq specifically, who just have a certain code when it comes to women. And they they just ruthless, and they dropping bodies, and they slashing throats, and this, that, and the third. But when he took Effie out to that damn reservoir, and she tried to pull that gun on him, he's like, "You think I'm gonna hurt you? I want to shout you, but I'm not about to hurt you." Like, I was like, I really believe that he mad at her, but he is not gonna lay a damn hand on her.
He's not. Tariq loved the women in his life. He too is a mama's boy, and that's where him and Kane favor so much, because I like the way that they set it up for Kane to be jealous of Tariq, and for Tariq to not really care about Kane, because what Kane don't know is that Tariq understand him the most. Like, and so it's like, bro, like, why you trying to beef with me? I'm protecting you too. I'm protecting all of us. At the end of the day, Tariq carrying everybody on his back, because no matter how much Kane wants to deny Tariq, he needs Tariq as well. Everybody needs Tariq to be this person of protection for them. And disrespect me, Kane, is crazy, but I'm going to let you have it, because I understand, because I see why you're like this. And so at the end of the day, everybody needs Tariq. Tariq is the one holding this stuff together. He's so smooth.
So wild that we are here now, and I will forever give Courtney Kemp all of the credit and all of the flowers in the world, because the way that we exited Power, and how much vitriol and hate that I had for Tariq as a character. And it took less than 5 episodes. I hated Tariq in Power. It took less than 5 episodes of Power Book 2 for me to get on Tariq's team. I was hate watching this spinoff. Like, I started watching it literally just because I wanted to see him fall. And it only took 5 episodes for me to be like, oh no, Tariq is my man. Like, I'm not attracted to him, but like, I am rooting for his ass. And I was not. From Raina to shooting ghosts to being arrogant and ignorant and like he just did too much dumb stuff. I was on Tariq's head. All of Power.
I think that's crazy.
I think how he portrayed Tommy he did get his lick back with killing Ray Ray, but other than that, Tariq was annoying in the OG. And for a guy who didn't watch, I'd be watching I'd be seeing the clips on YouTube when Ghost and Tariq had their back and forth. I'd just be cracking up, especially the one part where Ghost pulled the gun at Tariq while he was sleeping in the bed.
Like, Tariq deserved every bit of what Ghost was putting down with him, because he was out of control. Like, he was too much. He made their lives a living hell for no reason. All he asked your ass to do is go to school and be fly. You can't do that.
Cause, man, okay. Let's start from the beginning. The
We can't
begin.
do that. We gonna
Hold on, wait. Not the beginning of Ghost. Let's start about the beginning of Tariq. The beginning of Tariq is all he wanted to know. All he wanted his dad to say is that you not who you say you are. You not this person who you want everybody to believe. Like, just say it. That's all Tariq wanted as a child, right?
I don't believe that's not.
I want my
not,
parents to be honest, right? And you know, it's hard for children to stay in a child's place when they curious about something. All Tariq genuinely wanted was to be seen by his dad in a way that he's not a child anymore. He wanted to
But
be viewed as a
he was still
man.
a child.
But he wanted to be viewed as a man,
But he wasn't.
though. Is it wrong? He was a senior in high school. He's in college now. Like, when you gonna start treating me like a man?
Tariq started set tripping way before that.
Maybe I just don't remember. But all I can say that I got from it all is that Tariq just wanted Ghost to be honest, and he
That was
wasn't.
what he wanted at the end. He had no reason at all to start doing any of the stuff that he was doing.
Oh
No,
yeah, you're right. Because
he had no reason in the world. They didn't withhold his allowance. He had plenty of money. Like, he had absolutely no reason to start hitting licks and sneaking. Like, he had no reason at all. He didn't even see his parents doing illegal activity to be curious. He literally just woke up one day and chose violence.
You right. She get mad, y'all. She get mad.
Literally, I sent Courtney Kemp a DM because I was just in awe. Like, watching the first season, I was in awe how she took me on a journey as an audience member to be able to admit I literally hated Tariq and I watched the show because I was hoping to see him fall. And then by episode 5, I'm wanting him to win. I just was so, the writer in me was blown away, like how they were able to do that so masterfully with like 5 episodes of television. It literally shifted.
I never wanted Tariq to fall. I always seen the good in Tariq. I don't know why. I think it could be because I have children. And like I saw every aspect of it. Like I never wanted, at this point, we gotta love Tariq because he is a child and he doesn't know. And it's like, are we gonna fault him for the wrongs that he do?
Yes.
No, we're gonna love him anyways. We're gonna love him anyways.
I respect and love Tariq now because he took responsibility for his decisions. He repented about certain things. Like, he started to process. I struggle with people in real life as well as characters that I see that go through life with reckless abandon and don't care about their decisions and how that impacts everybody. I'm not necessarily pressed about you making bad decisions or making mistakes that hurt people. I'm pressed if you do it and you don't give a damn, or you don't ever think about it, or you don't ever reflect and be like, okay, I could have handled that differently. Tariq won me over when he started to slow his ass down and be like, all right, let me not move this way because I don't actually want to be this. I'm trying to be this. And as his sister died, I can respect that.
If his sister hadn't died, this would be a whole different Tariq, right?
For sure.
It ended up changing him because now at the end of he didn't even get to be in this game long enough, and boom, his sister dead, his twin at that. And it's just like, dang, I didn't give her enough credit for being my twin sister. Because y'all remember the like,
no, I didn't give her enough credit. I was doing some dumb shit and got her killed. For nothing. Over some licks.
Yeah.
I don't wonder how this show would be if Raina was still around.
I hate Tariq almost as much as I hate Jackie on Bel Air.
That is so funny.
Probably more.
That is so funny. Yeah, I just feel like it all changed for him once Raina died, and then it's a new vision. It's a new thought at that point.
When Raina died, he didn't have the skills he needed to be able to process that grief, and I feel like he just spiraled worse. And that's really what set it off for me, because he didn't take full accountability. Like, he took the vengeance to like get back, but he didn't take accountability for like how he was putting his family in this compromising position. He was still pushing back at both Tasha and Ghost. When nigga, you literally are the reason why Raina is dead. Let's stop playing like we not. You want to talk big and bad in this hallway? Take your ass to your room. Like, he just was, no, absolutely not. But y'all, what if y'all have anything else you want to add about this episode? Let me know if there's anything else that you want to touch on before we get ready to wrap it up.
Yeah, no, I'm done. I've said, I spoke my piece. I feel better now.
Thank you so much for joining me, babes. Kofi, you good?
Yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything.
Good.
So like we
I hope
gonna
y'all
wait
enjoyed
for
this
8.
live.
We don't. Oh yeah, it was
I
pretty
did.
good.
It's very reassuring. I can wait until the next episode.
Yeah, it's finna go down,
Next,
and I think we're gonna be left on a big cliffhanger, and we're gonna just be talking about it for 2 weeks.
I'm gonna
until we come
cry,
back.
man. I really am.
Is there gonna be a major death? Are we getting the death? Are we getting the major
we're-
death?
We're definitely getting a death before this season finale wraps up. I just know Tariq ain't dying, and that makes me feel good.
Oh yeah, we locked in. Tariq is gonna prevail regardless. He got to, no matter how bad.
And I
get.
don't want Kane to die either. If Kane die, I'm not watching it no more.
Yeah, Kane can't die right now.
Kane
we get another 2
right
seasons
now.
from Kane at least.
Yeah,
feel
he
like
died, I'm not watching it.
might set Kane to go to prison.
No,
like,
absolutely not. Don't you even say that.
Like maybe get his lick back how Kane did him in season 2. I don't know.
Drew probably would die. He probably
Ooh.
Drew.
I mean,
Drew got real sticky in these last 3 episodes. I ain't gonna lie.
The storyline is him keep falling for unavailable men who were never meant to be with him, and he just looking for love in people's in people's boxes, and he has no real aim, and he fake want to lead the family because Poppy's gone, but he really never wanted it to begin with. So I don't know if I would be mad if Drew.
Yeah, I ain't gonna be mad if Drew died. Like, he's setting himself up to die, literally, because he want to prove something. I don't know why he trying to prove something so hard when he know Kane, that nigga.
And that's how we gonna go ahead and end that. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all adding y'all's 2 cents and us having this conversation. Y'all make these lives so fun for me. I really, really enjoyed this with y'all. I do have a breakdown video coming and a couple of other subject-specific videos. I think that one thing that I have been holding, I have some thoughts on Monet, and I'm waiting for it to be in a video. I'm going to tell y'all here, so y'all got to make sure that y'all watch. But again, thank you. Thank you, Zavi. Thank you, Amante. Thank you, Kofi, for being here with me. I appreciate y'all so much. Enjoy the rest of y'all's Friday night.
You too. Bye. Bye, all.
All right, y'all. Shout out to y'all for joining me for my first PowerBook 2 live. Hopefully the Fridays are going to work out because we'll be back next week going live. I also am going to be dropping a new Power video every day this week because there's a bunch of things that we need to talk about. I got some tea that I want to spill or like just talk about in reference to possibilities with Monet that I didn't actually mention in this live. I did a great job of holding it close to the damn chest, and I'm excited about it. I cannot wait for y'all to watch that video and post a comment and let me know what you think about my theory in reference to her. Drop down in the comment section if you are watching this on a replay and still share your thoughts about what we discussed. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I will be checking the comments after this live is done and it's available on replay, so don't hesitate to drop a comment. Everybody in the chat, thank y'all for being here and for chatting with me. Naya, let me read some comments before I actually get fully out of here. Naya said everybody on the show is slimy except for maybe Diana and Brayden and Drew. Brayden kind of messed up his non-sliminess when he parlayed to get Tariq to the internship versus us asking him to come. Drew got some stuff with him, and Diana, I don't trust her, so I don't know. Maybe everybody just slimy. Lexi Brown says, I hope that the writers don't try to recycle Angela and Gold's story with Lauren and Tariq because it's played out. It is, but I think that for me at least, Lauren is a little bit more likable, and I don't feel like she's a direct correlation to Angela's character. And again, I'm looking forward to her breaking bad. I think that we're really about to see Lauren break bad, and I'm here for it. Hope Lee says, do you think that Tariq will... Oh, we already talked about that. No. Lil V 114 says, Davis says she gotta go. Who? Probably he's going to say that Lauren gotta go, but Tariq ain't gonna let that happen. Nia Love says that he still loves Effie, that's why he's so mad at her, and that they can't get rid of Kane. He almost as important character as Tariq. The tension is needed. It is needed. It's carrying a damn show, and I am here for it. Woody McClain, you is doing the Lord's work, baby, and I appreciate you. Y'all, again, thank you for checking out this live, being on here with me live. Drop any additional comments in the comment section. Hit that like button. You know, help me out with the YouTube algorithm or whatever. So give this video a like. Look out for the rest of my Power Book 2 Ghost videos that are coming very, very soon. And I have a couple of new series coming to the channel, so look out for all the content because I'm having some very interesting conversations specifically with crossovers, and I cannot wait to see what y'all think. Okay. I love y'all so very much. Enjoy your Friday. I'm going to be rewatching this episode as well. Like, it's so damn good. I'll talk to y'all later.